G'day guys, how you going? Came out this morning, cleaned out the cages and feed the ferrets, and I decided to put the young ferrets, the five young ones I've got, Lagatha, which is Ragnar's sister, and the four that I bred, which is Storm, which is the little girl, I call her Storm, and Chewy, Fang and Zeus, and I put them into the big cage here today for their first time. Now they've been in here for about an hour and they've been just playing flat out solid. There's pipes in there for them to explore and ladders to climb and all that sort of stuff. And they've been going mad in here for about an hour, so I thought I'd grab the camera out and take a little bit of footage so I can remember them from when they were still pretty young. Now these kits, the four that I bred, were born on the 29th of December. Storm, Zeus, Chewy and Fang. And there's Lagatha, which is Ragnar's sister. That's the one that I got the other day. She's a little bit older and she's untried at this stage, but from all the things that I can observe about her character and how she is, I think she'll make a ferret. I really like her. She's anything like her brother, she'll be fine, mate. So yeah, but it's been a lot of fun just standing here watching them. I've been standing out here for at least an hour just watching them go mad, because they've never been out of their breeding cage, and today's their first time. A lot of fun, very entertaining to watch them. They've never seen pods before and all that sort of thing, and they're really, really excited, and they've been going flat out the whole time. There's Fang. What are you doing, Fang? You can always pick Fang. He's got a dark leg, he's got a black mark on his leg, and that's about the only way you can tell him and Zeus apart. Chewy's the polecat, the light coloured polecat. A lot of fun, very entertaining to watch. So I'm just going to get a little bit of footage of them. There's Chewy down there. Chewy! Pop, 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 pop. Just hope it comes out because it's pretty dark. There's a lot of shade cloth on this cage. Just hope the camera picks it up all right. So they've got plenty of energy, that's for sure. So I'll leave them in this cage now for probably until tomorrow, just to let them have a little bit of a run around and a bit of a play. I've taken the ferrets that I normally keep in here and moved them into the other cages, just so these guys can have a little bit of experience of going through the tubes, climbing and all that sort of thing, rather than being stuck in their smaller breeding cage. Now these ferrets here were castrated 2 days ago, so, and they don't even look, the red marks that you can see on them is antiseptic spray. And this is their second day after they were castrated. They were castrated on Saturday afternoon, and today's Monday morning. So they've suffered no ill effects whatsoever. You wouldn't even know they'd been done. So the three that are in there, the three bucks that are in there, Zeus, Fang and Chewy, they've all been castrated now, and I've got the general, so I've got 4 cup bucks that I'll be working in 2 weeks' time, possibly even a week, you know, like they've seemed to have recovered already. I'm going to start working these 5, including Ragnar's sister Lagatha. And that's exciting for me. I'm really, really looking forward to getting them out and see how they perform. When you introduce new blood into your line, you're always trying to complement what you've already got and improve the line. And the test is always, you know, the results are always in the testing, isn't it? So we'll see how they go. But I've got high hopes for them. They're very nice type, and their prey drive should be through the roof, because both the parents' prey drive is exceptional. They're very good hunters. So we'll see how they go, guys. Alright, thought I'd give you a bit of a look at what I was up to today, and it's always very entertaining for me to watch young ferrets playing like that. It's really, really good, really good. All of these ferrets here are well handled. Lagatha, I've only had since Saturday. Graham brought her up when he came up when we were out doing a bit of ferreting. He brought her up, and he picked up a sister to one of these, a larger Jill, and that's a full sister to Storm, the one that I kept. While I'm out here, guys, I'll give you a quick look. That's their breeding cage that they were in, and you see that I've moved some of the other ferrets out into here. There's Ragnar, the General, Spike, the polecat down here, that's Trixie. There's Jess and Tessa in there with her. There's Grace and Chase. I've got Willow and Sally in this cage. Wouldn't have seen Sally for a while, but now they're sleeping at the moment. Nice. And my ferrets, all of these ferrets mainly, you see some dry food in there. That's quality grain-free dry food mixed with egg and calcium. And they've also got rabbit over there in the corner. So they've got a good selection of food. They've always got food 24/7. My ferrets, that they can eat as much as they like. I always make sure that they've got food in their cage. And when I give them meat, I put meat in one day and the next day it's taken out. In summer, I only put it in at night time so the flies don't get it. And then I take it out in the morning. This time of year there's no flies, not very many anyway. I normally try and just put enough in so that they'll eat it during the day, and then at night time I'll give them more. But they're all looking pretty healthy. The General's back to himself now. He was dropping a little bit of weight. We took him out the other day with Graham. And you see now he's sort of got a bit of a belly on him. As soon as their flanks start to show, I think they're starting to get a bit skinny. I gave Grace a bit of time off. She was sort of dropping a little bit, but she's old. Like, she drops weight pretty easy now. And that's her daughter Chase in with her, the pink-eyed. The only pink-eyed doe I've got. Or pink-eyed Jill, whichever you want to call them. Alright guys, that's a bit of a look. That's what I'm up to. Young ones are going absolutely nuts. They're loving being in the bigger cage. And I'll get an opportunity to stay in there and do a little bit of exploring and running around until they wear themselves out. God knows how long that's going to take, because I've been going for just about an hour and a half now and they're still going nuts. There's Lagatha. She is beautiful, isn't she? I've got high hopes for this ferret, I really do. The guy that's bred her and Ragnar, it's a really good line. I really, really like it. And somewhere along the line, well, Ragnar's going to be bred with all of my Jills except her, of course, because that's a full sister. I'll breed her to Spike, which is completely unrelated. So we'll see what that line brings to the table. It'll be good to, after we breed them, to see what the kits produce. But I've got high hopes for these kits, guys. As you can see, they're well bred. You know, there's no inbreeding in these ferrets whatsoever, and their prey drive from the parents, like I said, is, you wouldn't get better ferrets with prey drive. I've used a lot of ferrets and their prey drive's through the roof. Their parents are anyway. You can use them 3-4 days a week, and on the 4th day they should work as good as the first day. If you can get a ferret to do that, with its keenness, so if it's still as keen on the 4th day and you use them 3-4 days a week, and they're still working on the 4th day, you're on the right track. There's plenty of ferrets out there who'll work 1 day, they'll work 2 days, but by the 3rd and 4th day in the 2nd week, they just drop right off. They lose their enthusiasm. You know, they've got reasonable prey drive, and they'll hunt for the person who goes out, you know, once a month or once a week maybe. But if you've got someone, if you want to start to use them, if you go away on a holiday and you're going to do a bit of ferreting while you're there, you know, they'll work all right in the 1st day and the 2nd day, but by the time the 3rd and 4th day comes, you know, you're waiting for them, they're walking in and out of the holes, and you get disappointed. So that's all I'm saying, guys. If you're going to buy ferrets, try and do your research. Even if you've got to pay a little bit more for them, I normally charge, you know, a little bit more than the going price, but I think they're worth it. You know, I put a lot of time and effort into my ferrets, and I feed them, and you're not making much money at the end of the day. By the time you've had these ferrets 12 weeks, with the food that I give them when they're young, I'm not making very much money at all. And if you want to pay for me time and effort, I'm losing a fortune. So to get ferrets like these, if you have to breed them yourself and you don't just come and buy them off me and then breed them, if you have to re-establish a line like I did, it's taken me 6 years to get to the stage that I'm at now. Just by reintroducing better ferrets that you think can complement what you're doing. You're always trying to improve your line, so you're only trying to inject things into your line that you think will make them better. And that's what I do. I'm continually always trying to improve the line. And I don't think I've got the best ferrets in the world. If I thought that, then I wouldn't bother. You know, you just stick to breeding the same ones for 4 or 5 years in a row. You know, but I talk to people, try and find out who they think their best workers are, have a look at them and see if they're actually worth, if they can bring anything to the table that I think is going to help improve on what I've already got. You know, and I've got ideas, you know, so there's still some ferrets out there that I think are pretty dang good, mate, really good. Well, look at Ragnar. Like I didn't know anything about that line. Graham sourced him for me, and he's got a couple of traits that I really like, and he worked from day one. So you know, if you can get a buck like that, and Spike's the same. Only trouble with Spike is he kills a lot on the ground, but that's and I suppose Ragnar will too as he gets a little bit older. And the General, which is Spike's full brother, they kill a few on the ground, but it's only because they're bigger and stronger and faster. The Jills can't hold them as much, I don't think. But anyway, we'll get to see, won't we? I've got 4 cup bucks this year that'll be all up and running. So by Christmas this year, I'll be able to give you an informed opinion about the comparisons between Jills and bucks. Jills and cut bucks, I should say. So I'll be able to give you my assessment of what I think. You know, I've got an idea, and you know, you think you know, but there's no substitute for experience, is there, guys? Alright guys, said it before, say it again, whatever you're doing in life, make sure you enjoy, because it goes past way too fast.